example, just recently, US began to. In fact, we are also even going to be doing that even for those who don't have degree. So we are going to start that soon. That can actually take some program in nursing, because there's deficit of people in nursing, care job, and all that. And some of the university are actually doing some accelerated nursing program, which we're also open to launch on. So one thing is, the program has to be of economic value. And we've seen, the reason why I said STEM is because we've seen higher, it's based on data, higher success rate, for STEM, for medical and some other programs. But if you have any programs you're going to that doesn't fall within STEM, I want to say that, do you have experience locally? Because that's other thing that will help you to actually get a job, easily. So perhaps you have some years of experience in your home country, and you're taking there, that you are not an entry-level person that is still looking for a job. That also helps. So I will encourage you, there's no one way to it. So the STEM I've mentioned is just, it's the system easily prioritizes them because it's not human anyway. But if you're going for other programs that doesn't fall within that range, it doesn't mean it won't take it, because there are a couple of criteria that are there. But one thing that's worked with for others, it's been when you have other experience, locally, that actually help you to get into the pool. So that's it. So we prioritize all programs, but we're all business. And like I said, very risky one. So we need to be sure that where we are putting the money is going to come back. So that's it. But to your question, in terms of the percent we have, so number one, let me say, Empower, out of other company, we don't charge any service fee. To say, okay, process, there's not that. That does not mean when you go to partner who are going to provide you with service from start to finish. We have a couple of partners who have what they charge to actually help you put in for application. But in terms of Empower, there's no 5% or 2% kind of fee that you pay. So on the loan, it's 12.99, which was the recent interest, and it's also fixed in the sense that no matter what the economy look like, the inflation looks like, in many years to come, it doesn't change. For other loan facility, as the inflation gets higher, like, your interest will also change. So this is going to be fixed, and it's over a period of 10 years. And there are other things that we now have in terms of program. For example, after your school, if you automate your payment, if you perhaps say, okay, you want to automate your payment, it's actually give you like a 0.5, what do I want to put it now, like discounts. And there are also programs that we have that can even bring your interest down to like 11.5 or even 11%. So, but the primary rate is actually 12.99, and you can pay over a period of 10 years. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Joshua. So we'll just take final words from everyone here.
Okay. I think when he was talking about the definition of a global citizen, I was going to add that for me, I think the idea of global citizenship is making sure that your ideologies, your knowledge, the knowledge that you acquire, the person that you're becoming, transcends your immediate environment, right? So be a person of value wherever you are. There is no right or wrong timing to become a global citizen in whatever form, right? It's not just traveling abroad to go to school that makes you a global citizen. Like we said, it starts in the mind. It starts in the things that you start to do wherever you are, right? A lot of people will try to go to school this year and it won't work, and they'll be frustrated. But that's not the time to be frustrated. It's the time to put back your energy into, getting experience, regardless of where you are. So you get work experience. If you don't get into school, get a job. But make sure that your mind is set on the goal, right? You're not giving up, like he said. A couple of us who schooled abroad and came back, and people go, where did you come back? Where did you come back? I'm like, is it you're coming back? So, but I came back and I tell someone something. I said in the UK, I'd applied for certain opportunities. I did an internship, yes, but I didn't get a job. But I came back to Nigeria and I got a job with Microsoft. So that's a global company. That's how I leveled up, right? I couldn't have gotten it if I was in the UK at the time. And now I can go to the... So my point is, don't be fixed on the how. You know what you want to achieve. You know who you want to become. Keep taking steps to get there. If you get a no, you move another direction. If you get a no here, go another way. But you know that the goal is you're globally minded, you want to travel the world, you want to become a person of value no matter where you are. And I think that's just how to approach it, right? Whether it's education, some people today that I know, my friend here, Francis, he's no longer in Nigeria, but that's not how he started, right? So some people go through business, some people go through school, some people go through relocating their family, some people go through different routes to this thing. So as you try education, keep looking into other parts of your life as well to add value regardless. Thank you.
In Mel, our strength really is for Australia and New Zealand. Even though we do other countries, if you come to us, you want us to apply for UK schools, Canada schools, we can as well. If you go to most of the websites of the top universities in Australia, you will see numbers there. They will refer you to Mel. So apart from the major challenge of finance when it comes to studying abroad, getting the right agent is also a challenge. You have to be sure that you are talking to the right person that is competent, in that field, so that you don't waste your time. Very, 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 very important. For this event, we have a special promo, and we are saying if you are interested in studying in any of those universities we've mentioned, if you give us all your documents before the end of the month, then our processing fee is going to be free. Just mention Vesti hashtag as the code. So if you send all your documents to us, then processing fee is going to be free. So that's what we have for this event. So as I said earlier, Australia is open. All the universities are now asking Nigerians to come over. Some of their advantages: you have 4 years post graduate visa. As for BSc, then for your masters it's 5 years. For PhD it's 6 years. So if a country say you can stay in my country for 6 years after your studies, I think they are generous enough. So those are parts of the advantages. And you can also work as you are studying. You have 48. You can work for 48 hours in a fortnight. That's about 24 hours a week. So those are all the advantages of studying in Australia. And I said earlier, cost of living in Australia quite cheap. not in quotes as against the likes of UK and even schools. You and I, know how much it is to get pounds. Presently, pounds is about on the streets about 900. Thank you, 920 to £1, and here we're talking about Australian dollars. So you can easily achieve the same goal, by going to Australia. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The way she speaks so passionately about Australia, yeah, interesting. Okay, please, Olubumi, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to come from an angle of someone that spoke to me earlier. She asked the question, she said, I mentioned postgraduate instead of masters. A lot of people these days, you want to migrate, they feel abroad is for people that want to do masters or undergraduate. But I tell people that there are other pathways. I have someone that was 40 years old, had certifications, had his resume all tailored, and he was given an undergraduate study still. He also got diploma admissions. So you don't know what is best tailored for you until you have someone holding you. That is what we are here for. You don't know what country is even best for what you have to offer. A lot of people, I've seen someone tell me, I want cybersecurity in Canada or in UK, when you have a global market in the United States. So to get empowered, they tell you they look at the future earnings. So you need to know what country is best for me. What am I passionate about? What do I want to do? Now, as you're accessing the information, please know that there is a right information for you. And as there is a right information for you, there are the right parties that will tell you what is right for what you have at the moment. And please take note, I will say this, there is always something for where you are. Right now, there is always a pathway. If you can't afford this, there is always a pathway to get there. So if they are charging at this rate for this, why not take this step to get to where you are. What matters, like she said, is the goal. You have the value, you have the passion, you look at the goal. If this path isn't taking me there, there is another pathway to take me there. That's why at Vesti, I said with technologies, it brought you closer, but with Vesti, it gave you clarity. You know that this is the next stage for me to do, and these are the parties doing that for me. And like I said earlier, if you're thinking global opportunities, you're thinking migration, I think the best part to think is Vesti, and we are not limited to just one country. We have access to about 54 countries around the world. So you want any information, I'll be right here to answer your questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ms.
I'm sorry. Also, as Mel had for this program, we also had a discount for this. Normally, our handholding service has a charge, but for this particular program, we brought everything down by 70%. You were going to know the rate. If you reach out to us, you know the rate, and you will know what it takes to actually get into the service. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Just to add to that, for this International Education Fair, there is a raffle draw ongoing, and like I mentioned earlier, if you were to access that particular service in our office in Nigeria or in Dallas, it's 1 million naira for the education pathway service. However, it's been discounted to about 750,000 naira. But for the purpose of this International Education Fair, it was further discounted to 350,000 naira. And to participate in that raffle draw, all you need to do is to make a minimum deposit right here at this fair between 30 to 50,000 naira, and you'll be able to participate in the raffle draw. And the raffle draw is a free flight ticket to your destination country. So please take advantage of this opportunity right now. And once again, I want to appreciate and especially thank all our resource persons and facilitators for today's International Education Fair, starting with our keynote speaker who spoke with us earlier, and our panelists for this session. Actually, we truly appreciate you for the quality time that you've spent with us. Please, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. We can do better than that. All right. We have our partners here, an exhibitor from MK Travels. They are right here. Please, you can always walk up to them to ask them questions. We also still have our partners from Male Education Services Limited here. They will also do well to answer your questions. If you have questions, they are still here. So basically, we are coming to the end of today's this afternoon session, but we want to give room. We'll just go on a short break, then we'll come back and we close out finally. Please, we want you to network, interact, ask questions, meet people. You don't know who's sitting beside you, you don't know where you meet that person again. Walk up to any of the Vesti officials and ask them questions about our services. We'll do well to serve you and answer your questions and meet your required needs. Our exhibitors are right there at their various stands. Please do well to walk up to them and ask them specific questions. In the next 10 minutes, we'll convey and we'll close out the session. Thank you so much.